Hey, Jesse.
Hey, Lindsay. I look stupid.
No, you don't. It's adorable.
Hang on, wait. We stole this from our grandkids.
Yes.
Because they had Burger King hats.
Burger King hats. So, hey, TikTok. Hey, YouTube. If you're on TikTok, we are Drink About Something podcast with Jesse and Lindsay. And YouTube, you guys know us. We've been here for a minute.
Yeah.
So, what are you having to drink today? Can you hear me good? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you guys hear us?
Yeah, some more snare in the
Thumbs up.
the old things. Yeah, we're doing things like, okay, so this is Jack Honey over here is what I'm having. There, Miss Lindsay. What are you having there?
I've got a double blood orange White Claw with some retro vibe Celsius.
Yeah.
It's a very good combination. I do highly recommend.
It's very good. She makes the best mixes ever. So what are we talking about? What's going on? We're doing a recap or what? What's up?
So we're basically recapping because for those of you who follow us on YouTube, we haven't successfully had a good recap in the last 3 weeks. So we're going to put 3 in 1. And TikTok, you guys are just hanging out for the vibes.
Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with us. So much.
So we are recapping part 1, 2, and 3 of our Patty Hearst saga.
And I'm looking at TikTok now trying to log in.
Jesse's going to join the live as well so he can respond to some of the comments because it's way over there. And we love you guys. We thank you so much for joining us every week for sure. So back in 1974, February 4th, 1974 to be exact, the Symbionese Liberation Army, they had joined... You gotta turn it down. That's gonna drive me crazy.
Yeah. The reverb.
Okay,
I'm in.
So they were a group of pretty much protesters and revolutionaries, urban guerrillas that were trying to make a difference, but they lost their way along the way, and they committed crimes that really didn't make any sense.
Yeah, it was a really big melting pot of things that they did, and they went after. It was a professor. What was he?
He was one of the first black superintendents in the history of America.
Right, big deal.
I
mean, in the middle of all the things that happened in the '60s with segregation, integration, everything, they went after him. I don't understand it.
So Sen-Q, which was Donald DeFreeze. So Sen-Q Matume is what he renamed himself. A lot of members of the SLA talked about or renamed themselves after Swahili names.
Yeah.
So Donald DeFreeze is Sen-Q Matume, and he had it in his head that Marcus Foster, one of the very first black superintendents in the history of America, he had it in his head that Marcus Foster was trying to, Mark of the Beast type, organize shit. It was very weird. It's very strange.
There was a lot of charismatic things that they were trying to tie into all the things that were happening throughout culturalistic things for African Americans and religion. There was a lot of charismatic. Yeah, there was so many charismatic things that happened in the 70s, and he was grasping onto that for a narrative toward being a revolutionist. Right.
So he was going after Marcus Foster because he felt like Marcus Foster was trying to, what is the word that I'm looking for? I've had a few today.
Oh, we've had a few. This is Drunk About Something.
And this is drunk. Yeah. Oh my God. We haven't been here for a minute. So by the way, this is raw, uncut, and unedited
Welcome,
drunk
everybody.
About something.
I see you guys pulling into the lives. Thank you guys for joining. Yeah, there's so many people joining in. Thank you.
Recap.
Rocky's in. Yeah, there's so many Pink Country and Glenn.
So basically,
and Bert's in. I could just name it all forever. Thank you guys so much. Share us and follow us, right?
So Sin-Q thinks that Marcus Foster is trying to basically like suppress and oppress the Black community and the children. And that's not what he was trying to do at all. And the SLA like unalives this man.
Yeah.
And then they go on to, they want to do more revolutionary things. Well, two of their members, Russ Little and Joe Romero, were arrested for the unaliving of Marcus Foster.
Yeah. And as per the recap, like, these guys are starting to build this whole revolutionist idea, but they did not even know that this guy didn't have anything to do with what they were trying to revolutionize against.
No.
He was against. He was like...
He was working for the people and for the Black community.
It was tough.
And yeah, it was insane. So they decide, since two of their comrades have been arrested, two of their comrades that actually didn't do any of the unaliving, they're going to kidnap American heiress Patty Hearst, she was the granddaughter of William Randolph Hearst and the daughter of Randolph Apperson Hearst, who went by Randy. And she has been, what did I say? She was the middle of like 5 girls.
Yeah.
And she had been kind of a little rebel herself, but I mean, the SLA didn't know that whatsoever. And she's actually engaged to a man that was her teacher. And his name was Steve Weed. Now, he wasn't much older than her, but it was still taboo.
I got to get it right. I like it crooked.
Fix your crown, queen.
I feel like I'm the Cowardly Lion where he has like the crooked crown thing going on.
So Jesse knows all about this because I've told him all about it the last 3 weeks. I'm going to let him go.
Oh, me, and me. So, yeah, they captured her and they held her captive until the point. I'm giving this up.
Okay.
I quit.
We'll just put it right here as a centerpiece.
Cowardly Lion crown is gone.
It's a centerpiece.
So they captured her, held her in a closet, and she was like blindfolded. And
she's only 19 years old.
She came up with the concept of, I feel like I need to join this revolution to get out. Because the things that they were doing, and you got to go back and check it out, by the way, at drinkaboutsomething.site, right? So you got to go back and check all that stuff out to find out that they were doing so many things. And at first, I was on Team SLA, kind of, because they were like, hey, the only way you're going to get Patty back is to feed the poor and impoverished public, right? They were like, hey, you need to get together and have these food drives. We're going to give them good food. We're going to give everything out.
Yeah, their terms were quality food, $70 worth of food per person, which was like an equivalent to $300 worth of groceries in that time.
Yeah, and so they were trying to use that as getting Patty out, and that was kind of the ransom thing. And then it became a money thing. It was just like, we need this much money also. And then it also became a revolutionist thing to where Patty was just like, I need to feed into the revolution and actually make everybody think that I'm part of this revolution. That way I'm proving to the revolution, the SLA, that I'm part of the clique. And it was just blowing my mind because they were doing all these practices and they were living calisthenics, and they were practicing in like a little a motel, or what were they?
They were in an apartment, but it was like a very meager living situation.
Yeah, and they're living on like military rations, so they're staying militant, right? And Sin-Q was just like pushing this whole thing on top of all of these people. There's so many aspects to this, Lindsay.
And she had already knew that they had previously unalived a superintendent. So she knew that they were very much about their cause, even though their cause didn't make a lot of sense to her.
Right.
And she felt like she was amongst a bunch of idiots.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But
dangerous idiots.
It pushed all the way to the part to where they were taking on a bank.
Hibernia Bank was the first one.
And she had a fiance before she got kidnapped. She told the public that she was denouncing
her
family,
her wealth, her fiance,
the fiance, everything. And she was going to be full on SLA, and she was going to be part of this. They took on the bank. And in the middle of that, she was told that she was supposed to say,
"Death to the fascist pigs that preys upon the people." Yeah. I think I remembered it right.
Was it like 90 minutes or whatever, right?
Or 90 seconds. She had a 90-second speech that she was supposed to make in this bank, so where the public would believe that she had actually joined them and was not like brainwashed into it.
She's standing there with the M1 Grand sawed off. There's the picture. There's
carbine.
Yeah, M1.
Is that right?
M1 Grand carbine.
Okay.
World War II weapon.
He's the gun guy. I don't know shit.
She's standing there like this, militant as fuck. I mean,
you can Google the pictures.
She looks so revolutionist. Like she has taken on Guantanamo Bay, but she's at a bank, right? Mm-hmm. Full on, whatever's happening. But anyway, she's standing there. She's in the middle. All she could say in the middle of the whole heist was her name. And then I'm
Patty Hearst, a.k.a. Tanya. Because she changed.
That's it.
Her name, her revolutionary name became Tanya.
Blew my mind when we watched the documentary and everything. We're watching all the footage and all the stuff. I'm like, Lindsay, what the hell's going on, right? And
hold on. I'm going to plug that documentary real quick.
Yeah.
So it's called Gorilla, The Taking of Patty Hearst, and it is on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, and cheers, everybody. We're drinking about something, by the way. I am having a little sippy sip. We can talk about drinks all we want to, but I can't vape on this son of a bitch, by the way.
It gives us a restriction
when
we vape.
Restrictions, but I'm getting drunk as fuck, by the way. Yeah, tag that shit, right? Whatever you want to fucking tag. But anyhow.
Don't give us a restriction.
Oh, drunk as fuck. Drink about something. Whatever. Follow us. But anyhow. Share the stuff, right? Because, we
got a lot of stories.
This was a 3-parter.
Yeah, right? And this would make our 93rd episode, and we just recorded our 94th, and we cried collectively.
Yeah, this Friday, you guys got to lock in, dude. I am destroyed, by the way. Let's not get into that. Lindsay, I'm on to something else.
Okay, keep going.
Leave me alone.
I am testing Jesse on his knowledge of our 3-part saga. Keep going.
So, okay. After the bank deal, they actually shot somebody in the bank deal, by the way.
Nope, that's
Did they not? They did not.
No, that's the next.
They did not.
There's going to be some more later on. Yes.
Pay no attention to the alcoholisms, okay? Pay no attention.
So what did they do after the Hibernia Bank?
They decided that they were going to be more public. They were going to be more outlandishly SLA. They decided they were going to gather up some things and go to a sporting goods place, right?
Well, first, so the plan was, I'm just going to intervene really quick here.
Yeah.
After they got away with the Hibernia Bank job, Senkyu, he gets paranoid. He's like, oh my God, we got away with it. But wait, now everybody knows who we are. So we're going to have to find some more recruits. So they found a Muslim group to actually purchase and bring groceries to them so they didn't starve. And then he was like, we got to move out and we got to have a new plan. So the next plan was to go to LA, and they were going to basically attack officers of the law by night.
Yeah,
or by day. I'm sorry, by day. And then at night, they were going to take over a home where they could rest their heads. And then the next day, they would go out and just do the same thing. But that didn't really happen. Now go. Mel's Sporting Goods.
So they were full on.
They break into teams.
Yeah.
What team went to Mel's?
Breaking the machine. Right.
Well, what team went to Mel's?
Oh, you wanted me to name names and shit?
Okay, so like I said, it's Bill and Emily Harris who go by Tico and Yolanda. They're with Patty. Patty hates them. They hate Patty. Go.
Yeah, and Patty's on the floorboard on the other team, right? Is it the other team, right?
What do you mean?
No, she's on the floorboard, and she has like a full-on automatic weapon.
Right. So Tico and Yolanda are in Mel's Sporting Goods to get combat gear, to get more gear for these things that Tico has said that they now have to do.
Yeah, and one of the Super Troopers comes out. They hook him up, right? He's got him in there. He's like, dude, I need a liter of cola, right? And the Super Troopers got him. He's got one of them handcuffed. They're on the ground, and Patty comes out, and she's like, what do I need to do? Oh, they trained me while I was doing my Pokemon Go thing. And she shot over top of them, emptied a clip, and that busted up the crowd. And they were able to actually get back in the car and get away.
Because in her mind, she's like, if I don't help Tico and Yolanda, Senkyu's going to come after me and my family.
Right.
Like if she used that opportunity to break away and to free herself, she's like, there's like 5 other members of the SLA that will come after me.
Yeah, we're having fun recapping this because, like, recanting this after the middle of the podcast we just did that's coming out this Friday.
And Senkyu has made her believe that there are organizations that, like, there's other chapters of the SLA all over the world. Go.
No, like, she's just living in fear. She's trying to like adjust to making them believe that she's actually part of this clique because at this point she feels like daddy's not going to help her out.
He literally said that their demands are beyond my financial abilities.
Yeah, and being like a tycoon over there of doing like all the media stuff.
This is a media conglomerate.
Yeah.
Look up William Randolph Hearst, #1.
Yeah.
Period.
You would start there. Yeah. You would start there. And then you come back to the podcast and check it out.
This is a company that's worth $13 billion today in 2026.
Huge. And of course, that's part of the reason why it became blowed out globally was because he was part of the media. It was a big thing. But having all your assets actually put into your company, you don't actually have that physical ability to produce the money that the SLA wanted to give you.
Right, and that's what the SLA didn't...
They didn't understand.
Comprehend.
They're thinking that people have millions of dollars just in a safe. You're rich. Don't you have millions of dollars in your safe?
No. Randolph Apperson, or Randy, which is Patty's dad, he had things and access to things, but like cash on hand was just not available.
Wasn't accessible, and he was just like,
everything was in a trust, and William Randolph made sure of that because most of his sons were actually alcoholics.
Right, and there was a lot of aspects of that in the podcast that we talked about because you cannot liquidate those assets unless you start closing companies down, which takes more than 90 business days.
Because there's a whole lot more board members than just the Hearsts.
Yeah. You would have to destroy careers to be able to fold this into something that is actually tangibly money.
Right.
And that takes a long time to do.
Right.
You might have $1 billion company, but what about those 100,000 employees that you got underneath of it? So what do you do?
It was a lot because they had TV stations, radio stations, and newspapers. That was their conglomerate, was the Hearst Media.
It really was. It was huge.
Well, it still is. It still is. It's still going on today.
You can be as big as you want to be.
They're still out there.
Yeah. And I understand that aspect because, whatever companies that you're working with, if you actually look at all the parts and pieces to all that, it seems like corporate greed and all the things, but sometimes those people are just doing their jobs and getting their little piece too.
Right. But to the SLA, everybody that was involved in this entire thing, like they were part of the bourgeois pigs and the fascist pigs.
And we're not supporting corporate greed by no means.
No. But the SLA just had a misconception of a lot of things.
Right.
And that's why their revolutionary organization is not successful. And they don't really do anything they don't do any good and positive things. Like even their food drive, like blows up in their face. Like it's on and on and on.
Somebody got unalived in the middle of that, right? There was a couple different things.
A lot.
That came disarrayed in the middle of all
this.
this.
There was riots. There was shootings. There was everything. Anything, what you can imagine.
Yeah.
Like some of the food distribution areas were successful, and some of them were just in chaos.
Yeah. So moving forward to like the SLA got away with a bank job. They're on cloud 9 right now. They're thinking they're untouchable. There's something to be feared of. They are a revolution, but they got found out because
they got found out because of the incident at Mel's Sporting Goods.
Yeah.
So because Team Tico, Yolanda, and Patty had that thing going on over here, and it was all like they weren't recognized as members of the SLA. It was because Tico decided to shoplift. Go back and listen to the full episode.
Why?
We got 3 parts.
They had the money, actually.
They had the money. They had just robbed bank. So they robbed Hibernia Bank for 10 grand, which in today's spending power is like 63 grand. That's a lot of money.
Which is a pretty good bank job, I think. I don't know.
For 9 people that live meagerly, absolutely.
It's a pretty good bank job.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I mean,
so they all got $1,000.
I don't have a criminal mind. I don't know. But
they all got about $1,000 apiece. Well, while they're over here doing this shit, they send word to SynQ. We fucked up over here at Mel's Sporting Goods. You may need to hide out. So Tico, Yolanda, and Patty go to Anaheim.
Right.
Their plan was to blend in with tourists in Disney World and hide out for a few days.
And they were in between like Watts and Inglewood and all kind of places in that area.
Yeah,
right?
and they had hijacked about 4 vehicles, and then they paid for the last one.
Yeah.
And what happens after that, Jesse?
So like they held up in a place where they had to actually paint their faces, and found them a new compound to go to. But
they left that one.
Yeah, and the people that were searching for them actually found their last hideout. All their evidence, because they were doing specific things that you will find out in the podcast. They were starting to find out different things about them because it was all federal now at this moment.
And also, SynQ.
It was a global entity, really. It was like everybody was like,
this was a
what
big
the hell is happening in California?
Big dealio.
Really big.
So, and then SynQ, he starts kind of turning into a cult leader. So you got the rest of the SLA. They have left their safe house, which was on 84th Street in LA. They find a flop house to hang out in. And that's what it's described as in the book, which is called American Heiress by Jeffrey Toobin. So he pays.
He's calling himself a prophet at this time.
Yeah, he's calling himself a prophet. He's hearing messages through.
Once you start hearing the
radio.
prophet word, things are going to happen, right? I mean, right?
And then our good old buddy, old Jim Jones, he makes an appearance a couple times in this whole series. Make sure you go check out all 3 parts. So SynQ is basically off his rocker, and he's got the rest of the team over here in this flop house. And then so Team Tico, Yolanda, and Patty are in Anaheim. They check into a hotel room. They turn on their TV, and what do they see, Jesse?
The LAPD had found their compound.
On 54th Street.
On 54th Street is not a miracle on 54th Street.
No.
Not at all.
We're not in New York.
No. So
We're in LA.
full on gun battle ensues as one of the members from the SLA started shooting. And I heard and watched some of the documentary. It was 5 shots that came out of the house.
So Jesse watched the documentary with me after we had recorded all 3 parts. You visibly see a woman on this documentary. She is reporting back to her news station. What did she say, Jesse?
Well, I'm typing in here right now.
He's responding to comments. Hold on.
And I I don't know what'd you say there, Lindsay? I'm kind of buzzed.
So what did the reporter? What did the reporter say on the radio? You watched it. We watched it. She's got a walkie-talkie.
Okay. Yeah. So she's like behind there's a brick facade of a wall, and she is like,
this is crazy. This is on live TV.
And the guy on the news station is talking to her, and she's holding up a radio at this time.
It's huge. It's like this big.
1970s type phone.
Like this radio, with an antenna about this long coming out the top.
You need to get closer to the scene. She's like, I don't want to get closer because I don't want to get in the head, right?
She literally says that. Yes. And
how many thousand rounds were shot during this?
9,000 rounds between both parties, between the SLA and the LAPD.
$9,000, right? It was like 4,500 in the SLA.
There's actual footage. Like reporters are everywhere, just running around.
And they're running around all amok. Everything is just going down.
Could it be me? Absolutely not.
I'd be like, no,
nothing.
I'm going 2 blocks away.
That
people are trying to plug into this because there's a big thing that's been happening.
I mean, it's Patty Hearst,
media
man.
Is just like,
yeah,
everyone's coming toward it, trying to get a story, right? I would not be close. I don't know. So
I would be watching it on TV.
In the means of this,
eating some popcorn.
All of this craziness is going on. You have some people that come out of the house, and then some people that fought all the way to where they started burning the building, and
it literally caught fire. So the LAPD sent in tear gas first. The SLA throws it back, and then it is on record, basically, that one of the members of the SLA, Willie Wolf, who goes by Kaja, we've heard like 17 different versions of his name. I swear to God. But it's spelled out like Cujo, like the dog from fucking Pet Sematary, right? Not Pet Sematary.
Yeah.
Is it Pet Sematary?
Well, no, it's not. It's actually Cujo. It's a Stephen King
movie
film.
Cujo. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get that. But like, so all the things are happening. And in the middle of that, they start burning down the house. They're like, the tear gas isn't working, so we can't get them out.
Well, the LAPD wanted to throw in the tear gas to draw them out, but the SLA is
prepared.
Yeah. They got the masks. Mm-hmm. So the SLA starts shooting back. It's an hour-long gun battle, which results in the death of every member of the SLA other than Tico, Yolanda, and Patty, who is now Tanya.
So they're in a different location, but
they're in Anaheim.
In the middle of all of that, and I just lost the feed, but whatever. Drunk about something. Hey, don't lose my crown, Lindsay.
Fix your crown.
No, I'm gonna leave it. You wear it. All of that gets exploded, but in the end of it, with what's left of the members of the Anaheim group, they actually wound up reforming, and that just blew my mind. You know, you have to check out all the aspects of how all the pieces and parts went together in the shootout. That was it was mind blowing. Thank you for hooking me back up.
I got it back online.
I'm back on the live.
So after that, everybody's gone, and Sin-Q took himself out. Total cult leader style. So now the three of these guys, they're over here in Anaheim watching on live TV in horror. And Patty, she's like, oh my God. So Sin-Q has been feeding her or been telling her this whole time that now she's the enemy. The FBI, the LAPD, they will basically gun her down. They will do all the things
necessary to take them out.
Out.
So, I mean, Patty is a celebrity, though. Like, she is, like, full on. Everyone is looking for the disillusion of.
And at this point, you've got half the country believing that she has been brainwashed by this organization. And then you've got the other half of the country thinking, oh, she's just conformed.
All the way up to presidents.
She's a criminal now.
I mean, there were like
all the
politicians
way up to presidents, governors,
all tied into it. It was big. You know, Ronald Reagan was coming into office at the time, and it was really a big aspect.
I'm checking our
of
time
things.
on the video. We're getting close.
Okay. So wrapping it up, they had moved across the country and hooked up with a couple of people that actually did some big boom stuff.
Big boom.
Yeah.
We
And
got 3 episodes about this, by the way.
yeah.
Check us out.
Big boom stuff. They had came out of the woodwork and joined the SLA. It wound up going back to California because they had moved over to the East Coast for a little bit, moved back to California and decided that they were going to do some more stuff and be them.
That boom, boom, pow.
Yeah. So it all wound up to where it all unfolded, and Lindsay's going to tell you about that. It just came to an end.
This all started in February of 1974. It ended in, oh my God, I don't have my notes in front of me, late 75. Okay. So we started the beginning of 74. We end late in the fall area of 75.
So you have to also remember that this was a person that was taken without their will, right? They were taken and held hostage,
starved,
brainwashed,
made to listen to
all the demands,
single
did not meet up,
piece of revolutionary material, read revolutionary material. Like, it was just fed into their brain constantly.
Yeah.
So when the remaining members of SLA is found, Patty, of course, is arrested. She doesn't do herself really any favors, but we're not hating on Patty. We love Patty.
I feel like she was
her will.
trying to survive. I
Yes.
feel like this.
And she was a different person than she had been when she was abducted.
Yeah, and her fiance had too big of a mustache, but you'll have to watch all that.
Oh my God. You guys have got to watch Gorilla, The Taking of Patty Hearst, just so you can see Steve Wheat's mustache.
And as far as YouTube,
Period.
are we close on YouTube? Because we can cut
we're
that off.
close.
And we're going to cut YouTube off, but we're going to keep on the live. So y'all hang on here. But on YouTube, we love you so much, though.
But we just want to say, so Patty Hearst is arrested. She gets clemency, and then she's pardoned, and she becomes an actress. We love you so much. Check out all 3 parts of the Patty Hearst saga. Bye.